Hello and welcome to the Australian Theatre Festival NYC Online. My name is Jillian Geurts.
I'm Connor Delves.
Hi, I'm Mark Barford.
And we are the artistic directors of the festival. We're so excited you can join us for our inaugural season, and we wanted to tell you a little bit more about ourselves before we get started.
The Australian Theatre Festival is an annual celebration of Australian artists and stories in New York City. We aim to provide a platform to showcase Australian artists and their work, create opportunities for an exchange of culture, and connect Australians living in New York.
We originally planned to premiere our festival in May this year, but due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we have pivoted into an online format. Our 2020 season will comprise of 5 commissioned short plays, an online cabaret, an industry panel, and the launch of our Artists Hub.
We have over 50 Australian artists involved in this year's festival, and we would like to thank our sponsors who have made it possible for all artists to be paid. Thank you to our sponsors who have supported tonight's commissioned short plays: Andrew Bavell, Shane and Catherine Brennan, Andrew and Kathy Cameron, Wesley Enoch, Andrew J. Martin Webber, George Winehouse, David Williamson, our anonymous donors, and anyone else who donated post-filming.
Hi, I'm Chenoa Deemal. I'm a Thithaarwara woman from the Kukuyim Theatre Nation. I'm currently on Gadigal country in Sydney, where I've been performing in a new play called Cursed at Belvoir Street. For this year's Australian Theatre Festival Online, I performed and co-wrote with the incredible Alana Valentine a short play called Flattery. It was our response to this year's festival theme, Home. I really cannot wait to get back to New York, but here's Flattery. Thank you for watching.
Far north Queensland, as far as the eyes from the heart, as far as waking from sleeping, past Cairns, past the Daintree. On a clear day, you can hear the seabirds calling your name as they wheel above you. Remote Cape Flattery, smaller than the point of a fine needle. Fly in, fly out mining town. A handful of families who live there permanently like us. And on any day, you can borrow a film from the wall of videos on our lounge room shelf. Before streaming, before DVDs, before I became an adult, I lived in a place where life was as still as the stump of a tree, and time passed as slowly as a crocodile moves in the tea tree shallows of the pond. And because my parents ran the local video hire, I saw them first. First, the Hollywood blockbusters, first the world movies of children's adventures, first the spy games, Harriet, first the adventure stories, Priscilla, first the thrills and spills and car chases and exploding briefcases, and they took me to places, my mind filled with fear and hope and pain and love. Skinny ladies' shoelaces tied to their victories and disgraces. Now and then, Lost in New York, the movie that started my love of New York and my obsession with it. I was always the hero who bested the baddies. I was the beauty who captured the boys. I was the smart one who unmasked the crooked. I was the talent with glamour and poise. And in me, the seed of storytelling was watered and grown. Coming home after school, I would slide in the video cassette, feet up on that coffee table with the weird tiles, my mother doing the washing downstairs under the up-on-stilts Queenslander, the breeze blowing around the stumps like a cool fan blowing up a coloured cotton skirt. And I would lie on the couch and think, maybe I can be him. Maybe I can try to. Do you think I could tell my story too? Mum and the aunties would take us out fishing, but I was no use, pretending to be the Little Mermaid or a princess or a private eye. My cousin always wanted to be the po-faced Christian pastor, posing us as wedding guests. And in his dream, I was always the flower girl, or he would pose us as funeral guests, and I was the dead body carried in a plastic crate. The others given PK chewing gum like Holy Communion. I ran home to the wall, and I started to notice that in all those video cases were the same white, blonde, white faces. And though a child doesn't get up in the morning and look in the mirror and think about surfaces, one video at a time, one minor part, one plot point start. These claims to art, the frowning same faces, I understood as racist. Far North Queensland, from Cape York to New York, as far as money from mercy, as far as justice from wealth, burning far like the light of an unmeasured star. That's Percy Bysshe Shelley, a poet who wrote about far. Far as the remotest line that bounds imagination's flight. I learnt that to hope is to fight, and to be black is to struggle for rights. And I work not to dysmorph my body to rules, while the arts are ignored by bad government fools. And I tell other women to climb out of this cage. Cherish brothers and sisters who articulate rage. And I carry Cape Flattery inside my skin. I carry the family that I grew up in. For my grandfather's country is Guku Yimithir, and my ancestors rest on the land that is there. And I've started to think of a viewing menu online, of a streaming service crowded with black and brown smiles, in the spy games, in the love stories, in the thrills and spills and car chases and exploding briefcases, who will take our children to places so that their minds are filled with fear and hope and pain and love, of outback fireplaces, of desert art on museum staircases, First Nations ladies' shoelaces tied to their victories and disgraces. And in me, the seed of storytelling continues to grow. And I know that I can be in, and they won't stop me having a go at. I don't need anyone's permission to tell my story too.
Hello, I'm Christine Evans. I grew up in Perth and moved to the US from Sydney. I've been here since 2000. I write plays and fiction and teach in the theatre program at Georgetown University. I'm thrilled to be part of this year's Australian Theatre Festival online. My short play, The Window, is inspired by thoughts about surveillance and the festival theme of home. Thanks for watching.
great. We're great. It's good to see you.
You too. It's been a while.
Yeah.
You're a hard woman to catch.
Yeah, it's been... sorry.
You still go to the park?
No.
That's a shame. So, how's the little one today?
Great.
Great.
Great. Actually, she's teething.
Oh, yeah, you look kind of
Insane?
worn down. You sleeping?
No, she's pretty restless. It's not like
I
getting...
mean, are you sleeping?
Nope.
Baby's chewing your nipples off, huh?
Well, yeah, that's true.
That used to be my job.
Bella. Anyway, how about you? How are things?
Oh, you know, living the life. Job offer from Amazon to stack boxes in Queens. Starbucks side hustle. Keeping it real.
Oh, things will turn around. This shit isn't forever.
You think so? Maybe for white trust fund babies.
Oh, fuck off.
but
I'm not a trust fund baby.
The rest of us are swimming off the Titanic like rats.
Bella, the entire theatre's gone dark. It's not just about you.
Everything's about me.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm
Don't
just...
fucking say that. Sorry. Women always say that.
I'm actually deranged from insomnia.
I'm going home.
But you are at home, aren't you?
No. Home. Auckland.
You've worked so hard to... You love New York.
Yeah, I did. I really did. Today's the day, Meg.
Oh, wow. I'm happy for you. Uh-huh, yeah. I don't know. I mean, you should just keep auditioning, right? You gotta keep hoping.
I've tried that, but might as well be unemployed in a beach near my family.
Hi, just chatting. Bella. No, she's not a... Okay, I'll be quick. Fuck, he's gone. Not for long, he's just gone to the corner store.
This is it. This is the window. Now.
I can't. He'll be
Just
right back.
Backstairs, Green Street corner, grab her and go. I'll get the Uber.
I can't! No!
I've bought you a plane ticket. Do you have any idea how fucking difficult that was?
Okay.
Okay.
Where is it? Fuck.
What?
Fuck, it's gone.
What?
Wait, my passport, the whole packet, it's not fucking here. He's found it. Shit!
Just get out of there. We'll get you to a hotel until
Here's
you
my
can
ID,
get an
cash,
emergency
all of
passport.
it.
Or the embassy.
It's all of it, Bella. How can I travel?
Meggie. Now.
Hi, honey. I'm just still chatting. Still Bella. We'll be quick. We're just saying goodbye. She's going back home. To Auckland. New Zealand? Yes, for good. I just need 2 minutes.
We're out of time. Take care, Meg.
I love you.
Okay.
We're just finishing up. Can you just give me 5 minutes to say goodbye to my last fucking friend? What? Bella? I do still go to our park. Sometimes. I'm not supposed to. But I take the long way back from the shops. I look for you every time. Every time. But I never see you. Everyone looks really happy. It's like a bright window into another world. Except that it's obvious who owns who. You remember the nannies? They're all black and brown with those fancy upper baby strollers with the little white kids inside. And a few actual deranged looking mothers. I'm gonna fit right in. Me and her. I wear scarves and sunglasses. He has a job, and I don't. And I love her like you love a monster from a fairy tale. It's her or the world, and I choose her. Our park is so beautiful in the fall. She loves it too. She smiles at everyone. Waves hello. Waves goodbye.
G'day guys, I'm JD Martin and I'm an actor here in New York. I'm originally from Melbourne, but I've been working in New York now for the last 6 years, which is wild to think that it's already been that long. It's also wild to think that it's been since March that theatre's been shut down due to the pandemic, and we're all itching to get back, but in the meantime, I'm really proud to be joining 8 other expats in Mark Barford's new timely short play, Stranded. Cheers, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Oh, it's me. Sorry, still getting the hang of how all this works. Okay, so JD, what took you overseas and why New York?
It's one question at a time there, Maddie, but I'll let you off the hook this time. I moved overseas for an adventure. You know, it's part of our culture, our spirit, don't you think? And for work in finance, I mean, New York's the place to be for that. I've been away for, 3 years now? Yeah, I came over on an E3 visa originally, 2 years at a time that gives you. I've extended it once, so I've got 1 year left on the current one. But yeah, no, I'm ready to go, particularly now. Okay, so Carla, what have you missed the most?
Well, so many things to be honest, but really what I've missed the most is the ocean. Oh, and the food. Oh God, I can't wait for a sausage roll and a decent cup of coffee. I do love it here though, the spirituality of it. It's been a place of healing for me after I got sick, and I'm grateful for that and for this. My turn. Becky, why'd you move away?
Conservatory in Scotland! We couldn't believe it when I got accepted. A girl like me from nowhere, Queensland. Mum and I laughed and laughed until we cried. When I got the email, we were working in our deli. We had to shut the shop up for an hour, which Mum never does, to pull ourselves together and get back to serving customers. God, I miss her. Okay. I suck at this. Pia, what's been the best moment for you so far?
Can I have two? I'd say it was having Bella, followed closely by meeting Tom. Oh, we met at this tiny downstairs bar in Soho. I went for a girls' night out and I was ready to go home because I'd been at work all day, but they dragged me along and Tom, he came up to me at the bar. He was in town for this conference and he came up to me at the bar and he said, "Excuse me, but I have to tell you, you are the most beautiful woman in this whole bar, maybe even this whole city." That moment and having Bella 3 months ago, they would be my highlights. Okay, Emilio, what's LA really like? I've always wanted to go.
LA is wild. Well, less so now, obviously. But yeah, it's been a ride. I mean, nothing like Adelaide. They had me come over and audition for this big TV show, and I was so close, next time. And I grew to love it, so I stayed. Dad's been good like that, encouraging me. Even though he's on the other side of the world, we still message every day. It's good knowing that he's there, especially now. Okay, bit of a change in direction. Rose, why do you need to go home now?
Oh, Emilio's taking us there, you cheeky bugger. So, one of my sisters is due to give birth in December and the other one in January. I kid you not. COVID pregnancies, they are. Didn't go down too well when the second sister announced she was pregnant, so it would be good to be there in person to help smooth things over. Just to be there as a sister should when her sisters are giving birth. I want to be the best auntie. The cool one who's a bit aloof but sends the best presents and she'll always have your back. How was that, Emilio?
Well, I'd let you in, Rose.
Oh, good. So, Maddie, it's your big day. How you feeling, hun? Second time, yeah?
Cheers, yeah it is. I'm knackered, utterly stuffed. Spent the past 3 days packing and cleaning up my place. But I'm super pumped, hey. Can't wait to catch a glimpse of that golden sand from my seat. I'll kiss the dirt me land, I reckon. Where were you guys when you heard about COVID? Oops, sorry, Casey, I choose you.
I was with my boyfriend, my ex, backpacking in Canada. We came to work the ski season in Whistler, worked for 6 months, backpacked for another 6. I freaked out and wanted to leave. And he was like, let's wait it out and see. I mean, we had no idea it was going to get this bad. I mean, none of us did. And the PM said, if you have a job and a place to live, stay where you are. We had those things back in March. I don't know, but either now. And that was 6 months ago. Things have changed since then. But I completely regret that decision. Should have left then.
I so get that, Casey. I know I'm breaking the rules, but I'm last, so it's my turn. In the beginning, Mum kept messaging me to tell me to come home. But she's a worrier. Wonder the worrywart, we call her. Her name's Sharon, by the way. It hadn't hit here at the start. You know, not like it had in, say, Italy. So I was like, Mum, I'm fine. It'll be fine. Stop worrying, Wanda. Now who's the one worrying? So, who's been bumped this week?
Bumped.
Bumped. Third time for my family. This week, the three of us, we went to Heathrow to board our flight, had all of our stuff with us, and were told at check-in, sorry, there's only room for one of you. I mean, we couldn't. Never would we break up our family, but it was so hard because it felt like we were so close to getting on that plane.
Second time here. Packed up my apartment again this week, even gave the keys back to the real estate, said goodbye to my friends, then last night I got a text message from the airline saying that I've been bumped from my flight. I was meant to leave today, now I'm crashing on my friend's couch until... I haven't messaged Dad yet, he didn't take it too well the first time.
It's my 4th time being bumped. This most recent time, they bumped me to a flight 5 months away. 5 months! I have my suitcases packed by the door just in case. I'm calling the airline 3 times a day, hoping that a seat becomes available, begging them to help me. Even with there's still nothing. I just pray and pray that something becomes available before then. Sorry if this is freaking you out, Maddie, but you know, in this group, we think it's better to be honest about these things, to get a real sense of the situation around the world as it unfolds. And, well, things have been changing so quickly.
No problem. I appreciate that. Hey, can I ask? I've had this particular ticket booked for like 2 months now, so that'll count for something, right? Plus, apparently I'm the lucky one in my family. But seriously, I'm not religious, but can you all pray for me that I make this flight tonight? I've really got to get back like yesterday. Who'd you all book with, by the way?
I booked with Etihad.
With Air Canada.
With Delta and United.
Cathay, ANA and Virgin.
I booked with Singapore Airlines. People were saying they were the most reliable. Didn't turn out to be true for me.
Qantas? Nah, they're not even flying. The national carrier, disgraceful.
So, guys, I've done my homework for this week. Did you know, on average, flights into Sydney are at less than 15% capacity? That means, on average, there's more than 24,000 empty seats a day flying into Sydney.
You are shitting me. Sorry, team, I didn't do the homework that I said I was going to do this week, so I know I've said this before, but Maddie, did you know you actually have much better odds of getting on a flight if you book a business class ticket? Sorry, if you've only got economy booked for tonight. You know, it probably wouldn't matter anymore, though, because everyone's doing it. Upgrading to business, that is. To have a better shot of getting home. Sorry, I'll just...
And if you can afford a first class ticket, then you're in. And well, good for you.
Mum, well, she learned it from the bank, spent an extra $5,000 on top of the $2,000 we've already spent to upgrade to business class.
The airlines, they have to make money, I get that. It's always about making money, isn't it?
We spent another $12,000 just to upgrade the two of us to business. Maxed out our credit cards and all of our savings, gone just like that. And that was before we broke up. Now I'm left with nothing.
I can't afford to buy a business class ticket, let alone a first class one. I could barely afford an economy seat. Prices just skyrocketed when caps were introduced in July.
Yeah. Here's some more bad news, guys. Today, the airlines that are flying into Australia are talking about cancelling flights altogether because they're not profitable.
Fuck me.
Shit.
What? I can't have that, hey. I don't have any cash left or anywhere to stay now. And I've really got to get back for me nan tonight.
Well, try telling that to the federal and state governments. Their updated caps on international arrivals have screwed us all.
Yeah, Sydney, my home city, only accepts 350 passengers per day.
In Perth, it's 525 each week.
Even worse in Brizzy. Can you believe it's only 500 Aussies a week?
Yeah, Adelaide's the same, eh? Only 500 of us allowed in.
That's only 4,000 Australians a week, Maddie.
And there's over 25,000 of us stranded here overseas trying to get home.
25,000? Really? I didn't realise it was that many. Did we go over this already?
Yes. And Becky, that's just the ones who have registered.
What can we all do about this? Is there anything?
Write to your local politician. Talk to the press. The government can put on a few charter flights.
Yeah, they're bloody doing it for lobsters, sheep and fruit, for fuck's sake.
It'd be good for Qantas too, give them some work.
Yeah, I don't expect a handout. I'll pay.
Yeah, we're happy to pay and happy to go into 2 weeks hotel quarantine when we return.
I'll do the quarantine, no problem.
Did you read what someone wrote on Facebook? Keep your corona overseas. That really fucking pissed me off.
Well, I read, if you weren't planning on coming home before all this, why the sudden rush now? It's like, duh.
You had plenty of time to get back, too bad. You had 6 months. Can you believe it?
I couldn't believe it when I read that, but that's what our fellow countrymen would say.
Yeah, where's that Aussie spirit when it comes to us, hey mate?
Well, I hate to say it, but there is truth to that argument. I mean, when the second wave hit Melbourne in June, they had to do something to protect people from the virus.
Casey, usually. I don't get that, Casey. I'm from Brizzy. Melbourne's ages away.
Oh, get your head out of the sand. We're in a global pandemic. Of course they need to close the borders.
Casey, we all know that. How about they come up with some kind of plan to get us the fuck back, or at the very least show the 25,000 of us stranded overseas a little fucking compassion?
Fuck you, Mark. You have no idea what it's been like for me in
Stop! Just stop. I can't with this aggro. This is meant to be a support group, and we've been doing so well. It's been the highlight of my week for some time now. It's the only highlight, to be honest. We didn't set this up to act this way, and if you can't follow the rules and be respectful, well then I shouldn't have to remind you why we're here. That we've all experienced the same awful event of being bumped. For most of us now, it's been multiple times, and there will be more. But in that time, we've been a resource to one another and supported each other through some really fucking hard times. Let's not lose that, okay? Because I can't.
Shit, sorry guys.
God, I hope that's not her airline. Maddie, you're on mute. Were you bumped again, love?
She's gone. Nan's gone.
Oh, Maddie.
See, this is the exact shit I'm talking about. Someone has to fucking do something.
I'm sorry, I don't know what's happened to me.
Bella's about to wake up. She'll need a feed. See you all next week.
Yeah, see you then, mate. Hooroo, everyone.
Bye. I'm gonna go call Mum.
Yeah, I'm gonna call my sisters.
Guess it's time to tell Dad that I won't be home tomorrow. See you next week, Carla.
Bye, love. Maddie, you there?
We also agreed today a reduction in the number of inbound arrivals into Australia across those ports that are able to accept returning Australian citizens and residents. Of course, there are no flights going into Melbourne, into Victoria for obvious reasons, and to ensure that we are mitigating and managing that risk, they will be cut by just over half across all the various ports that are taking those visitors, those residents returning to Australia.
Hey guys, my name's Yusuf Sabet. I'm from Melbourne, Australia, and I've been studying acting in New York City for the last 2.5 years. I'm super stoked to be a part of this year's Australian Theatre Festival online, and I was lucky enough to feature in this short play, Bad Coffee, written by Alexander Hodge. We hope you enjoy.
Oh, coming in hard. I know, I'm here. A little later than expected.
Hope you're all good to go. Yep. Hey, open up. Gotta fix like a racehorse. Hey!
Fuck, I'm in here.
Yeah, Jesus, right, just hurry up. I need a piss. For fuck's sake, what are you doing?
Taking a dump.
Oh.
Yeah. A big, fat, smelly one. You know when I come in here?
No, you're not. You're too quiet. I know when you're dropping a heavy one.
No, you don't.
Whatever, just hurry up. I'm about to spring a leak out of here. Oh, shit, we've got to get going too. The social starts in 20 minutes.
Shit. Listen, you go ahead.
What?
Yeah. You go ahead. I'll join later.
No way. We've been planning this for weeks. Everyone's so excited to meet you. I'm changing my shirt. When I get back, I'm busting the door down, taking a piss. What on earth are you doing in there?
Taking a dump.
Oh shit, you are. You're in the friggin' bathtub. You having a fucking bath right now?
No.
We don't have enough hot water for that. I
I'm
swear to
taking a
God,
fucking
if I have to
bath.
have another cold shower. Wait. Are you?
What?
Having a wank?
No.
Then get the fuck out.
No.
My bladder's about to explode, you
Just
prick.
go fucking use the sink or something.
I don't want to use the fucking sink. I happen to have a perfectly good toilet in the fucking bathroom. Open the door.
I can't.
You can't what?
I can't move. I'm stuck.
You stuck? Like, stuck on something?
No, you can't. I'm stuck. I can't move.
Is that, thing happening again?
Yes.
Fuck.
I know. Fuck.
Piss. Loud. Are you okay, babe?
I don't know.
Okay, just calm down for a minute, right?
Shut the fuck up. When have you ever calmed down when somebody tells you to calm down?
Fair point. Okay, talk to me. What's going on?
Nothing.
No, you've got to work with me here.
I don't know. Just stuff. Nothing.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Well, if you're not going to give me anything, then take your little episode somewhere else so I can piss and we can get on to the social.
Fuck. It's that. It's a social. I don't want to go.
What are you talking about? You've been dying to get out to see people, anyone, for the past 7 months.
Yeah. Just not these people.
Well, what's wrong with these people?
I just don't want to go. You don't get it.
I don't get what?
Fuck. Just leave me alone.
I'm trying to. I just want to piss, for crying out loud.
Calm down.
What? Really? You're telling me to calm down?
You getting up cheers me up.
Fuck! Fine up. I'm sorry. What don't I get? You can tell me.
It's just I don't want to go to the social because I'm not going to fit in. You know, Aussies have a real habit of making me feel like I don't belong. Oh, fuck. See, I told you wouldn't get it.
No, I'm sorry, babe. I'm just... That sounds ridiculous to me. You're the life of the party wherever you go.
Shut up.
I'm serious. Everyone loves you.
I don't care. It's not about that. You don't get it. Because you're you. You look like you. With hair like yours, and a body like yours, and a name like Shane Sullivan.
What's wrong with my name?
Nothing. That's it. You're like an Australian Ken doll. Nobody's ever bullied you because of your name.
I don't think anyone's gonna bully you for your name
It's
today.
not just the name, it's the shit that comes after it. People making a big deal of trying to pronounce it, making weird faces and gestures as if it's some quiz they've got to get right. Them quizzing me about my background like I'm some exotic animal at a circus.
I'd say a zoo.
What?
An exotic animal in a zoo?
Whatever.
Is that a bad thing though? People taking an interest, getting to know you?
They're not trying to get to know me, they're trying to confirm their own suspicions.
I don't know about
If they wanted to get to know me, they'd listen to me. They love to ask where I'm from. And if they wanted to get to know me, they'd listen when I say Melbourne, but it's never enough. It's always the follow-up. Where are you really from? Every fucking time.
Sorry.
They won't stop till they hear it. Egypt. But fuck, it's not even that. I could say Persia and they'd probably believe me.
Isn't Persia...
Yes, that's my fucking point. They just want to confirm their suspicion that I'm from the part of the world that terrorists come from.
I'm sorry.
Say my name.
Mohammed Ibrahim.
A picture of growing up in Australia with a name like that. After 9/11. After the Bali bombings. That's all they want to talk about.
What passport do you have?
Australian?
Same here.
Are you about to
I had
launch
to
into-
remind myself of that when I was living
Yep.
overseas. All the years growing up in Hong Kong, Korea, London. I haven't actually lived in Australia since I was 6.
Yeah, but you visited.
That's not the point. Point is, I never felt like I belonged to any of those countries that I lived in. And worse, I didn't even feel like I belonged in Australia whenever I got back to visit. I didn't get bullied or anything like that, but I didn't have anyone or anything to belong to.
You had your family.
Can you just not? I'm trying to say I had these Australian events. No matter where I was, there was always a group of Aussies just getting together to talk about the footy, shit talk the coffee, talk about the things we missed. These last few years in New York have been hard. But these guys have been there for me. It's nice. I just wanted you to come today because I've been talking about you non-stop. Everyone's been talking about everything we missed, especially this year. And it made me realize I don't miss home as much as I normally do because I've found you. And I don't know what that means. I don't know how to do the whole coming out thing or anything like that, but I just want you to see the other parts of me, and I want them to see you.
Fuck. That was pretty good.
I thought so. How are you doing in there?
Getting there.
You ready to come out?
Almost.
What do you need? What will help you out?
You know, there's actually something that always works.
What is it?
It's this song. My mum used to sing it to me.
Oh. Righto. What song?
You probably don't know it.
You got your phone? Send it to me. Ah, shit.
It works. It always has.
Okay, if you say so. Mama zeminha geya bad shweya a hamahe geba maheshwanta be a mizowata beat we quack quack quack.
Hey, you didn't have to sing it. But I appreciate that you did.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I just needed to hear the song. You know what? I like your voice. You know, maybe you can sing it again for me next time.
Maybe. So, what do you say? Will you, Muhammad Ibrahim, come to the social with me?
Yeah, why not?
Amazing. Now, one last thing.
Yeah?
Can I please come in and piss now?
Yeah, of course. You know the door was unlocked. I don't know why you didn't come in earlier.
Hi, my name's Siho Elsmore and I'm originally from Melbourne. I live here in New York City in the lovely Hamilton Heights, where I'm an actor and a voiceover artist. It's been a really rough year for all of us this year, but a real highlight for me has been acting in a new short play for the Australian Theatre Festival online. And I have the honour of introducing it to you today. It's by Mishan Clokey and it's called Permanent Fixtures. We hope you enjoy it. So first of all, I want to say that I really appreciate us finishing our stand-up one-on-one course virtually. I actually fly back to Australia tomorrow because I really don't have health insurance here, but I really do have pre-existing conditions, so I'm going to go home for a few months while this whole coronavirus thing blows over. Okay, enough of that. Here's my set. This is my goodbye to my first New York City apartment. But it is not my goodbye to New York. God knows there's enough self-published goodbye to New York articles on Medium to cover that genre forever. But my first New York apartment deserves a eulogy. When I first moved to New York, all I had were big musical theatre dreams. and savings decimated by a terrible exchange rate of the Aussie dollar. But then I found this apartment and I knew that it was mine immediately because I looked out the window and what do I see? A food emporium, just like in the musical Rent. Well, one line in the musical Rent. I know, I'm a special kind of musical theatre geek. So you can't imagine how I felt when one more regular morning I'm sitting on my couch, drinking tea, checking my emails, wearing my Hamilton t-shirt, Book of Mormon sweater, wicked socks. I'm a Merch Babushka doll. And I find out that this kid from Wagga Wagga, I know, it's a real place in Australia, but I think Wagga Wagga on its own will play as a joke in America, that this kid has a callback for Broadway. And I go like this, with such force that the tea hits the roof, comes back to earth, and gives me second-degree burns on my hand and my foot. I did the dance call with half my body bandaged. I didn't get the job. Only a stain on my roof, which became a literal metaphor of the ceiling to my success, the callback. Now, Broadway has been closed for over a month, which is crazy. Anyway, there is a very logical reason for my lack of career success in New York. I actually shouldn't ever have been surprised. Carrie Bradshaw warned us that in New York, you're always looking for a job, an apartment, or a boyfriend. And I hit the absolute jackpot on the last two. Objectively, my apartment is really cheap and a 5-minute walk from the park, Central Park. But when you live here, you call it the park like it's nothing. And then there's my amazing Canadian boyfriend, who is actually a pretty famous photographer. And we had all our big life moments in my apartment, like the, did you just call me your girlfriend? Does that mean I'm your girlfriend moment? And we had our first farts in front of each other. It was on my couch that I was finally able to open up to somebody about my deepest thoughts and feelings. You know, the kind of thing that I should do therapy for, but instead do theatre. If that couch could talk. Well, it wouldn't actually talk, it would just burst into tears, but like healthy tears. So my life truly changed in my first New York apartment. But this really isn't a eulogy, as it's not dying. It's being reincarnated. There'll be a subletter in there from April 1st. And the good news is when I'm back, I'll be moving in here with a Canadian boyfriend, which, as you can see from this loft bunk luxury, that this apartment will not cause Carrie Bradshaw to cancel my career.
Hello, Internet. I have just been bumped off my third flight back to Australia, which is freaking unbelievable. So now I am standing here waiting for the super to let me back into my sublease, which, by the way, no longer has a bed and hasn't had a bed for 4 weeks, which was when I was meant to be on my original flight. So now I'm sleeping on this bloody uncomfortable couch, which is the sort of couch that looks like it should be comfortable. I mean, it's real fancy, but it's not. I'm almost looking forward to paying $3,000 for 2 weeks of quarantine. I'm going to do nothing except watch Netflix and lie on a bed for 2 whole weeks. You know, I only started this whole social media malarkey at the beginning of the pandemic. First, me and my roommates moved out of our brownstone, and then they all left the city, and then my restaurant closed. So now I had all this time on my hands, and my little niece suggested that I start an online brand. And I thought, what? Now, she's only 13, but she explained it all to me, and she said that, get this, people would like my brand because I'm very real. And I thought, yeah, nah. But stuck here all by myself, I started to lose my marbles. Like, there's a stain on the ceiling of this apartment, and one day I looked at it and I thought, wow, that looks just like Casper the Friendly Ghost. You know, the kids' cartoon? And I don't know, just one day I sort of started talking to it. Like, I'd send off a job application and I'd say, wish me luck, Casper. Having absolutely no human interaction whatsoever starts to get to you. As the sirens have started up again. A mate calls them the soundtrack of the pandemic. We have seen it all on this block. There's a supermarket around the corner. There's never a line there. When I moved in, I was like, bloody beauty. I only went there once, soon discovered why there's never a line. $7 for a punnet of strawberries. Yeah, no thanks. After that, I started to ride my bike to Trader Joe's across the park. I'd leave at 6 a.m, stand in line an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I know, sounds bad, but the park's really beautiful that time of day. Then the protests started. My family back home was really worried about that. It was all they were talking about for a while. I said, listen, there's other things for you to worry about. Yeah, number one, racial inequality. Number two, I really need a job. Number three, I have maybe 6 months of savings if I stretch it. No, I'm not complaining, not really. Others have had it far worse than I have. Like this bloke I was talking to the other day, his dad died from it. And his mum's still really sick from it. He's actually going back to Canada so he could help her cope, which is just rough. I didn't even know him. He just came over to photograph my couch, which that's kind of one of those only in New York things. The girl I was subletting from asked me if her friend could come over and take some pictures of the couch, that is. So up rocks this very handsome Canadian, and he's on for a yak. He said, I just didn't think COVID would get this bad. And I said, oh, mate, I know. Then he gets all emotional because I used the word mate. I thought I was the only one who got emotional when I hear another Aussie say mate. Wait, hang on. Oh, I just got put on a flight for tomorrow. You know, I hear that if you've got a business class ticket, you stand a far better chance of actually getting on the plane, which is just, I mean, what happened to a fair go, eh? But I've got to get on this flight, you guys. The new tenant moves in tomorrow. What the hell am I going to do then? Oh, here comes the super. Hooroo.
Wow, smaller than I expected.
Oh, is it?
But there's this cute little couch.
Is it clean?
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple of stains on the walls. Oh, big one on the roof. I suppose that doesn't matter.
Okay, can you open a window? Open a window, let some germs out. What's out the window?
A food emporium, which I guess is like a supermarket.
Really? I thought New Yorkers ate out all the time.
Mum, they still have supermarkets.
Well, I mean, do you think they'll have fresh fruit and veg?
I don't know where you got the idea that Americans don't eat vegetables, but I have to go. I have to call my furniture guy.
Alright, well, you be bloody careful, alright? Just act like everyone has COVID.
I know that you and everyone think that it's completely insane to move to New York right now, but you have to let that go now that I'm actually here. I have a great job. I have a okay apartment. You don't have to worry about me.
I am going to worry. You don't have to worry about that.
So, my taxi driver went through Central Park on the way here.
Really?
It's literally 3 blocks from my new home.
The Central Park?
Yep. The Central Park.
Oh, you know, you can't go there until you finish quarantine, right?
Yes, Mum. I know. I love you. Bye.
I love you. Bye.
Mwah.